Hello and welcome. So I am going to take a look at the Observer's Everyman crossword, and this is the puzzle being published on Sunday the 30th of November 2025. As ever, I publish it a week later because as you can see here there's a competition, and the competition runs until next Saturday night, so I then put it up, it then appears on YouTube on the Sunday morning. So I've just had to have a little play around with my settings, but I think I'm all okay. So clock just ticking past 4.5 minutes. I guess it's just time to crack on, isn't it, really? So one across. Those passing laws showing regrettable paternalism. Could be an anagram of paternalism would be imperialists. No, imperialists, no. People who make a short jetty to harbour. This shorter jetty. Key. No. Let's go through. I can tab, can't I? I forgot that. No longer working in computer. La la land. What? No longer working in computing. Something about it. I think not on it. I think. Not on it. Land. La la land. Excuse me. Doofus on backside in comfy room with TV as thick as can be. Not sure of that. French banker investing nothing in Turkish capital. Well, French banker could be the same banker investing nothing in Turkish capital. Turkish capital suggests capital T, because I think it's going to be. It can't be Ankara for that, for a 5-letter. French banker Loire. Not sure what. So yeah, probably looking at French. No, not seeing that. Alarm triggered by poacher. Is that an egg timer? I think that's probably an egg timer. Terrific group taught after the register. Is that a class or a list? Terrific. Class action. Class act. Taught. Oh, boast of fancy clothing you've sent back. Boast is to crow. Fancy clothing you've sent back. Don't know if that's a hidden word in there somewhere. Can't see it if it is. Oh, don't think so. Right, that man's recited a song of praise is hymn. So that's a sound like, isn't it? Hymn. I think it's spelled that way. Can't remember. Finish up less serene and under threat. Finish up less serene and under threat. Endangered or something? End angered. Good old end angered coming up again. Unattached, that's prudent, you say. Prudent is to be careful. Unattached is to be single, untied. Renege viciously somewhat. Is that a hidden word? And desert is to... What is it? Arrow viciously. I don't think there's a hidden word in there. Somewhat is normally a good hidden word indicator. And desert. No. Could be leave, I suppose. Would that be leave? Renege. Leave viciously. Somewhat. Okay, part of society that moves the narrative along. Is that a hidden word? I'm just going with hidden words at the moment. Plot. Part of society. Can't see that. Races in to treat poison. Just an angle of arsenic, isn't it? Hurrah! Got another one. After training Sun, you sail around America in diligent manner. Sail is 8 letters, Sun is S, America is US, I think, because that'll give me 11 letters. Diligent manner would be... Diligent manner would be... liaison. Don't know. Right, shorter jetty to harbour. This short note. Consider what a still lake does. Considers. Ponders. Ponders? Can't be ponders, can it? Ponder. A still lake is a pond, isn't it? Pond. got to be an S there, isn't it? What a lake does. Greek character reading that is iota. Okay, that looks good for IT then. 18. Oh, what was 18? 18 was here. The word down on him. Curtailed shipping commercial somewhere. Commercial silver somewhere in Africa. Adage, curtailed shipping. So silver is AG. Up in Madagascar then, wasn't it? He said without knowing what's 16. So what's that? Mascara? Yeah, it's mascara, isn't it? There. Is that right? Covers a blemish. Cosmetic. Yep. Okay, well that's made it easier in that respect. Right. The bravest trapeze artists perform with this group. The bravest trapeze artists. This group is a set, maybe. The bravest. I think there's going to be an EST there somehow, but I don't quite see. Boat's second crew with sign of uncertainty. Could be an in there. Second crew is a 8S. Crew is an 8. Is a staff, is a man. It's not a schooner. Second crew could be a Mo. Not sure. Right. Risky attempt, forced hello, it wavers. 4, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. That's going to be the, isn't it? Let's go of the. Risky attempt, forced hello, it wavers. Okay, it's just an anagram of hello, it, which of is enforced. Risky attempt is for the hell of it. No. Am I going to write that down? Let's keep going, see what we get in a minute. Expressed anger after abrupt halt. Electric vehicle to freeze. It's the computer's memory. Blumenack, is that a device? There's an EV there. Ice is to freeze, so electric vehicle, that's my device. Expressed anger. I had expressed anger after abrupt halt. It's the computer's memory. Computer's memory is the RAM. The RAM, the ROM, the memory device. Can't be memory, can it, if it's in the cloud? We'll keep going. Sullen Everyman's going to drive around the countryside. Sullen is 6. Everyman is me or I'm. The countryside. Sullen is sad, maybe. Down. Can't see it. Going to drive across the countryside, so suggests me putting up one letter at the start and one at the end, but feeling the strain, so easing off. Easing off is, so easing is 6 letters. Feels the strain. Sure it has to be a ignores? Ignoses? I'm going to have to get the pen and paper out, come on. So erasing. Let's see what I got. So erasing. Easing, sorry, gosh. Start writing out again. SOAE, easing. How's that come to you? Now, am I failing to write an anagram out? There's no R. Where did I get that R from? G, if I got rid of the G, SES, I've got NOAI to put in. IG. Is it an A there? AS there? Ag. It can't be NG, can it? Egg. Not going to be an egg. Ig. No. Oh, I don't know. Just move on from there. Got mascara. Good. Period genre recreated. That's period genre recreated with hints of cravats and yesteryear. Regency. So yeah, the C and the Y. Fair enough. What's this? Is that any? Is that a? That's Negev. Okay, Negev. Oh, that's why I did say it was a hidden word. Alright, now I've got the N gone. Agonizes, okay. There we go. Got it eventually. Agonizes. Finally got there eventually. Done that. After some resistance, Oscar sat up. There's work to be done. Feels like opera. That's just... some is good hidden word sometimes. Resistances are Oscar, Tosca, sat up. Rotors. Rotors, I suppose. Yeah, if there's work to be done, then there's rotor. Right, is that everything? No, got this one here. Primarily IAGO. Iago. Good old about that. Right, what we've got here? Assiduously. I'm not going to tick it off. I think it's assiduously. I've got two U's, an I and an O. What was I? S-U. US, yep, US is in there. Go with that. Okay, that doesn't look so bad now, or I feel better about it anyway. So yeah, those parting laws, paternalism. What are they? People parting laws are parliamentarians. I know that. I just couldn't think of it when I looked at it first. Parliaments, I suppose. Right, this, the bravest trapeze artists perform with this group. Net, no nets, non-nets, okay. Doofus on backside. Doofus on backside in comfy room as thick as can be. Doofus N. Comfy room with TV is a snug, as thick as can be. Nope. Boat second crew, still haven't got that, but there's my S for second. Crew is to man or an egg timer, I don't know for certain, do I, but... this one here, no longer working in computer, is out of it. That's easy, wasn't it? Now I see it. Considers what it reflects. Short of jetty. Jetty is a pier, but PT isn't going to get there. Pier to harbour. This short. To harbour this. Okay. PITHIER, that doesn't work. Pier this short. Don't know what's going on there. Leave that for a second. If this is off, I don't know actually. Terrific group taught after the register. I think it's probably a group is a class. Let's put that. Best class, elite class. I've probably haven't got another row there, have I? Oh, I've got two O's. Okay, I'm going to have to anagram this one then. Forced hello it is 11. Is that enough letters? FORCED HELLOIT. Right. Excuse me. Forced. Maybe that's a rhyming one. Where's my rhyming bear today? Might go with device of the rice. Risky attempt is of the life. There's a life in there. For now misplaced where I was on my anagram writing down. Hello. There we are. Hello and it. Right, well I'm getting rid of the from there, that much I am certain of. And that's all. Oh no, got rid of an O. I thought there could be an of in there. Risky attempt. There's no in. I think of is most likely actually, but if that was the case, if that was of, I'm not convinced it is, then I don't know if that's an E, do I? Terrific group taught after the register. First class. Okay, well that'll work then. Okay, of is looking good, so let's get rid of of. Where's that gone? So I've got, what have I got left? RCD, LL, two L's, gosh, and an E and an I. Oh, I haven't got over there. How did that happen? Risky attempt is Dole, coal, law, roll of the dice. Roll of the dice, something, device, they are. So that could be a pair. That's good. Part of society, that moves the narrative along. Oh, what's that going to be? Crafty, no. This one, unattached. That's prudent, you say. Describe, stripe, unattached. What's this one here? Oh, Salon Everyman. Old. 3, 4, 7. 3 and 7. N and D. Going to drive across the country land. Ill. Sullen. Ill. Isle. Yeah, Isle. Going to drive across the countryside. Sullen. Ill. Named ill. Don't know. So look at this L here. French baker. That's the Loire, isn't it? Oh, that kind of capital from the... is this it? Can't be this short. Oh, this short is TIR. It makes that appear. PITHIER. Okay. Jetty to harbour. This short. Shorter is to PITHIER. Okay. Never heard of it, but... right, that's all looking a bit happier, isn't it? Synchro with sign of uncertainty. That's probably an error, isn't it? Which makes that a... second crew. If that was an error, what's this? Boast of fancy clothing you sent back. Brag is to garb, okay. Expressed anger. Expressed anger, is that an anger of anger? After abrupt halt, and then, okay, that must be an E. Raged. Abrupt halt is so storage device, storage, okay. Doofus. As thick as can be. Is that? Do fuss on backside. We're looking at as thick as can be is dingent, dangent. Boats. I need a boat beginning with S and ending with MER. And I can't think what it is. Steamer. Why is that Steve? Crew is a team. There you are. That's simple. What's here? Doofus on backside in. Well, the backside that's Madagascar. That's correctly spelled, I think. As thick as can be is done. Comfy room is a snug, but that doesn't work. I was wondering if the backside was looking for last letters or something with TV. Comfy room and TV is a lounge. As thick as can be. Darkest, dankest. Is that no net? Yeah, the British trapeze artists perform with this. No net, and a group is no net. Comfy room and TV. Dinkest. As thick as can be. It's just there's an ST in there. EST should say. It's going to be the dankest, dinkest, densest, a den, yeah, den. So yeah, Booth's on the back side. There's a den. Where's the EST coming from? Don't know. Cest. Den is the comfy room with the TV, I think. As thick as can be is densest. S for doofus, I think. I can leave that for a minute and think about it, but that's my answer there. So what have we got here? Describe, unattached. No, so yeah, I've only been about 18 minutes, haven't I, to this point, and then part of society. That moves the narrative along. Just want to look at nice thing again. Under threat is endangered. Yep. End is to finish up. Yep. So ill. I wonder if that had been New Zealand, but obviously it doesn't fit. For many reasons, it doesn't fit. It's sort of like ill-nerved, I suppose. Everyman is I will drive across the countryside. I'll someone is ill. Don't know. This one unattached. It's just going to be a simple bit of wordplay, isn't it? That's prudent. You say des, dis, das. I think it could be a dis or a das. Dis. I can't think what it is. Dos. Don't think it's me. The du. And this part of society. That moves the narrative along. Chant, craft, crowl. So quick. I'm going to have to pause in a minute, I think, and just look at this for myself, because it's pretty boring to watch, isn't it, really? Can't see what goes in there. What moves the narrative along? Don't think there's a hidden word there. CU doesn't work. CI. See, I think it's a CR, maybe CE, not really. CR or CH, I would have thought. Chatter. Which would make that an RED. RED there, I think. I really want it to be ill-mannered, but that doesn't work. Everyman's going to his aisle. Drive across the countryside. What's the countryside is? Nature. Natured, okay. So this looks like chatter or clatter. Is this an old phrase? Part of society? Chatter. Or is it something I just don't know? I would have thought chatter moves the narrative along. This is discreet. How do I spell discreet? There's two ways to spell it. Discreet like that. Discreet is singular unattached like that, I think, whereas discreet with ET at the end of it. So there we go. Well, that's about 22 minutes, isn't it? Assuming that is chatter and that is densest up there. I'm going to pause the video and have a think about the parsing of those two, and I'm probably going to do a bit of an alphabet trawl on chatter, or do a search and see if there's an alternative answer, and then I'll submit my details if that's correct and come back to you. Okay, I'm back. I haven't submitted yet, but I've been just looking at this again, and I think I've changed my mind that this is charter, because the societies are built on charters, aren't they? You normally have some kind of constitutional charter to say this is what the society is, how it's built, I think. But that then leads to the question of what that moves the narrative along means, or why it moves. Charter is a type of, you can charter a boat or whatever, can't you, say, for going on a cruise. So that one I'm not sure about. Densest I'm still looking at. Discrete I checked out is separate, spelt that way. Him is spelt with an N. Not that I was too doubtful about that, finally. So yeah, I just need to, I still can't see what's going on here, because I wonder if there's some kind of TV, like an LCD TV or whatever, that, the kind of three-letter abbreviation that CRV, cathode ray tube, CRT, sorry, that I can't think of, or I don't know of, but I'm not seeing it. So, okay, the backside of doofus is an N going into the nest, which is comfy, room, denest? Don't know. No, still not seeing it. Right, I'm going to have another think to myself about this charter now, and see. Well, I'm back, and I've submitted my answer as it is. I'll go through the clues as best I can. I think I understand all of them apart from a couple there. Right, those passing laws are parliaments. That's your definition. Regrettable is your anagram indicator that paternalism is an anagram of parliaments. If you're no longer working in computing, then you are out of IT, and if you're in La La Land, then you might be said to be out of it. Right, I don't fully get this one, but I think as thick as can be is densest. So I think that is that is the definition, I'm sure, and I think densest is the answer to that definition. I don't know where this goes already, because doofus on backside, and comfy room is probably a den. It could be a nest with TV. Don't know where the TV bit is in there. Doofus on backside suggests to me take the S of that, put it into there. Maybe it's a denette, denset. Denset. There we are. Got it. Finally, comfy room is a den, and a TV is a set with the S of doofus being put into there. The backside of doofus being put into there. That's it. Got it at last. Hurrah! Whew, right. The French banker. So banker is being used as a term for a river here because rivers have banks. The Loire. May have heard of the Loire Valley, I think. Investing nothing. Nothing is O going into the Turkish capital. The capital of Turkey is the lira. I think it says that. Yes, the capital sometimes is used for currency. Forgot that this time. An alarm triggered by a poacher. So this is just a straight cryptic clue, isn't it? Really. If you're poaching eggs, then you use an egg timer to tell you when they're done. See, that's the alarm being triggered. If something's terrific, then it's first class, and a group is a class taught after the register. Register, I think, is a musical. First is a type of register in music. To boast is to brag. Fancy clothing is garb. You've sent backwards, so garb backwards. That man is him, which would be spelled H-I-M. Recited is your sound like indicator that a song of praise is a hymn spelled this way. Finish up is to end. Less serene is you're feeling a bit more angered. And under threat is endangered. Unattached is discreet. And that's prudent, you say. So yeah, I've got another sound like here. So prudent is to be discreet, which I think is spelled C-R-E-E-T. Right, we've got a hidden word across renege viciously, which is negev. Somewhat is your classic hidden word indicator, well, semi-classic hidden word indicator. Some's the real classic one. And to desert, the Negev desert. I have heard of it before, but I couldn't tell you about it. I think it's probably looking at that construction. It's somewhere like Mongolia. Right, I think a charter is part of society. Now, why that moves the narrative along, I'm not sure. There's a possibility that maybe it was chatter, or it could be chanter, or something else. I don't know. But I think charter is probably the most likely thing for a part of society, of a society and part of society. So not sure. That one could be failing again due to that one. Right, races in is an anagram of arsenic. To treat is your anagram indicator, and arsenic is poison. One of the classic crossword land poisons. Right, after training. So after training is your anagram indicator. We've got an S for sun, U'd sail, and then put that around a US for America. Gives you assiduously, which is to do something in a diligent manner. So those are the cross clues. On the downs, I'm taking shorter to mean pither, because it's not really a word I'm familiar with. A jetty is a pier, P-I-E-R. Harbouring is your containment indicator, and a short this is the THI. Considers is reflects, and a still lake reflects. Gives a mirror image, as we said last week. Greek character iota, probably something like about the 8th or 9th letter of the alphabet. Reading, I think that's just a linking word. Iota is hidden word in right act, but not in full is your hidden word indicator. Right, 18 is mascara, that's the answer. So we've got Madagascar, which is built up of mascara without the A. So that's the mascar. And then shipping is your containment indicator. We need a commercial, which is an advert, and AG is silver, which is the chemical symbol, chemical periodic table, and Madagascar is somewhere in Africa. It's also off the coast of Africa, but there you go. I'm splitting hairs. The bravest trapeze artists perform with this. Well, they perform with no net, and a group is a non-net. A group of 9 people. Strangely, only ever applied to musical groups, I think, because you don't call a baseball team a non-net. Right, boat is a steamer. I should have got that quicker. Actually, that's probably one of Crossword Land's favoured boats as well. S for second. A crew is a team, and sign of uncertainty is to. Risky attempt is to roll the dice. Force hello, it is an anagram of roll the dice. Waivers is your anagram indicator. And here we have one of our rhyming pair, which goes with storage device, roll the dice, roll of the dice. One of the trademark clues. Madagascar is one of the trademark geographical clues that he tends to be putting in quite a lot, as is, I suppose, the Loire this week. and maybe the Negev probably. So three for the price of one on the geographical clues. Right, oh, now we're on storage device. So yeah, what we got? Expressed anger is raged. Yep, so rage is anger. If you expressed it, then you raged. Going after abrupt halt. A halt is a stop, but abrupt means take the P off of stop. So that gives you storaged. EV for electrical vehicle. Seen that once before. Held me up before. Remembered it this time. And to freeze is to ice. And it's computer's memory. It's a storage device. Sullen is ill-natured. There's your definition. Everyman is going to is I will, I'll, ill, and then to drive across. Well, the countryside is nature. I'll D. I'm not sure where that D is coming from really. Every man is going to drive across the off there countryside. I will drive. I'll'd. Let me just pause and think about this one. Okay, well, I'm not really coming up with. The best thing to come up with here is, as I say, every man's going to is Isle. Nature. The countryside is nature, and then this D. I don't think D is a standard abbreviation to drive, but then I was thinking about automatic cars, and they have a park gear and a drive gear, maybe, and maybe there's a D on there, which would say, in which case it becomes a real-world abbreviation, so therefore it's valid. Not sure about that one. That's the only place I can see you can get the D, really, because there doesn't seem to be any indicator that it needs to be an initial there. So, okay, that's how I'm breaking it down. You get the general gist anyway. Oh, what have I done there? Bring that back to screen. That's because I paused. Right, let's have a look. Ill-natured. On to agonises. Okay, agonises is feels the strain. So easing is an anagram of agonises, and off is your anagram indicator. Cosmetic is mascara, with which at first, this is my Aunt Agatha will conceal blemish. Okay, so the first letters of my Aunt Agatha are the M-A, and then we're going to conceal the blemish, which is a scar, and then finish off with Aunt Agatha A, so M-A, scar A. Gosh, wow, that's a complicated clue. Glad I got to Madagascar first in that case. Regency period. I would go for that being in the 1700s. Some of the King Georges is probably because there was a King George who was there was a Prince Regent in place of him. So yeah, that's probably what the Regency period is to do with. So maybe in somewhere around 1740, I'd go for. Don't really know. Anyway, Regency. We've got an anagram of genre to start us off. Recreated is your anagram indicator, and then hints of is saying take the first C from cravats and the Y from yestermorns, which gives you Regency. After some resistance, so R for resistance is your scientific unit for resistance. O for Oscar is NATO phonetic alphabet, and then if you put SAT upwards, gives you rotors, or the end of rotors going downwards, and there's work to be done. Well, there's a rotor for who's going to do what. And then primarily the other trademark clue from Everyman, ill-natured is obviously one of those. Primarily clue, so we just got an acrostic of insidious antagonist goading Othello, who is Iago, who is one of Crossword Land's favourite Shakespearean characters. So there you go. Everything I'm happy with apart from Charter. Don't fully understand the narrative bit there, but I think it's probably Charter, but I won't be surprised if it turns out to be something else. So yeah, that was kind of 22 minutes, but then I had a look and suddenly rethought about Charter. So there we go. But I think overall that wasn't too bad. Thank you for watching.